men chase only some men based off of men not fulfilling their voids. I said this already, but this time I'm talking about how a lot of men will never ever want to wife her up, never want to take her serious, and this leads to him having multiple options, cheating on that girl, going back to the main girl, or making the main girl a side piece, then going back to the side piece, making her the main piece, or is there a middle piece? Maybe a middle piece. But you know, women can have rosters, so can men. Now, I say this to say, when a woman is trying to have this man won over, right? And she wants him to cherish her, validate her, make her feel like she's a queen and the special one, right? A lot of men are not going for it. That's just the truth, right? And this is why a lot of women also end up wanting you to be more aggressive, more masculine, because there's men that, as I said in my other video, dogged her out. Right? There's men that seriously don't take her serious. There's men that treat her really bad. And I'm not wishing on this on anybody, but don't go back. And that's kind of a PSA for the ladies, you know, a little don't go back. But it could be hard, right? I know how it could be, but at the same sense, you gotta know, you gotta respect yourself.
Did you ever want to figure out if she's really moving on, or is she just playing hard to get, or decoding these women's mixed signals? Well, I've created the perfect way to figure it out, and that's with a quiz and an assessment and an ebook that will go ahead and basically give you the breakdown. With this quiz and assessment, I have 23 questions that you go ahead and answer based off of picking from A, B, C. And once you do that, you get to go ahead and calculate based off of what the answer are to see exactly what's going on. One thing that I love that I did help you figure out what to do afterwards with the woman that you're dealing with, but overall become the guy that will be beneficial for yourself, firstly, as far as improvements, being that guy, and just elevating and having all aspects, not just dating, be better, but all aspects of your life be better. And you don't have to struggle anymore. You don't have to worry, or you can simply up your game. So that's a part of it where it's going to make it easier already once you figure out the woman that you're dealing with, but you can also have success with other women. The nice thing about this is you could always do this quiz and assessment with any woman, whether it's from the past to figure out an ex, what was going on, or a current woman or future woman. With the Decoding Women's Mixed Signals, it's an ebook where it really just filled with a lot of detailed information. It's not a quiz and assessment, but I pair these two together where you can get it separately, or you can get one and then get the other one right after. But basically when you get these, it's like a match, right? So you're going to figure out exactly what this woman's about and get more information overall. There's plenty of questions that are very common to a lot of common situations that happens with women, but it's just very important that you do this quiz and assessment so you truly understand what's going on with your particular situation. Sometimes you can know the general stuff about women, like certain tactics they may have. Maybe you've learned some stuff from my videos. However, what I've done is taken everything I've learned from Consultations and all the information I've done, the stories you guys emailed me and actually commented under my videos, and came to a conclusion of knowing exactly what's happening, if it's mixed signals, if it's moving on, if she's a real deal. And bottom line is not that you're confused, you have clarity, and you know how to moving forward, and you don't have to worry about women dating or what's really going on. And it's just going to make it so easier, so much easy in all aspects. So definitely check it out by clicking the link down below. And if you have questions or concerns, let me know in the comment section. And yeah, they just dropped right now, so don't miss out and figure out what's going on with her and up your game. Okay,
You got to know if it's not good for you. You got to know if enough is enough, and you're sick and tired, you're sick and tired. That's for everybody though, okay? Now, I say this to say that y'all are over here obsessing over this woman like, man, I made her my queen. I made her my wife. You messed up there, because divorce ain't easy. But literally, if you did make her your wife, or you giving her the impression that she's wifey material, again, making her feel special. So there's never real work when it comes to women trying to win you over. But when it comes to these guys, not only are they giving the woman bare minimum, but they just choose what they want to do. They don't have to worry about if I don't feel like seeing her, if I only hit her up to smash. They don't got to worry about, oh, this woman's going to cut me off. Meanwhile, and it might not be you, maybe you know this game already, but meanwhile, you're over here like, dang, I don't want to give her no impression that I want to smash. I've been waiting a whole year. And I'm not saying what you got to do or don't do. I'm saying according to you. What are you trying to do? What do you feel like you're deprived of, or what you've been trying to do but you can't do because it leads to this and that? Now, the other thing about women that end up chasing men that are no good for them, let's put it like that, or men that just don't really care, and they want these guys so bad, these guys also understand her really well. So sometimes they start feeling insecure, or they feel like they can't get away with certain stuff that they could get away with other men. This again means normally like her appearance. Even if she has like an attitude or does certain stuff that, oh, you might feel like, oh, that's not cool, right? You might feel like, oh, like I keep having to deal with this and I don't want to leave her. Listen, these guys that she chases, they don't care. You got an attitude, you can leave my crib. You can find your own way home, right? Sort of stuff. And sometimes it's even like worse than that. Sometimes he can ghost her and then come back around and she's like seriously, I didn't even do nothing to you. Or even if she did, she's the one that's gonna end up begging and chasing, right? Like, man, can you take me back? Man, can you give me another chance? Now, before I continue on, y'all, don't forget you can book your consultation with me. Figure out what's going on with your situation. You want to plan to how to execute it. You want to plan to how to understand your idea of what you got to do moving forward. You need clarity. You need to know, okay, this will work for your situation. I got y'all with consultations. And remember, your circumstance, your situation is going to be somewhat different than somebody else's. And y'all, I am underground. I am about to leave, but you know, cars be coming in now sometimes. But yeah, just book by clicking the link down below. I've talked to many of y'all book every time that, you know, you're going through it, or that you give me updates. I love to hear it. And some of y'all just tell me what's going on with y'all. So consultations are about anything, so wherever you're at in life too, what you want to do next, and again, how to execute those goals, those plans, your desires being fulfilled. Don't forget to join Patreon for free. Yep, and get the exclusive benefits and content that you will only receive on there. And also you get to join a community, and there is 2 patrons, so join both patrons if you want to be a part of the community, both community. And lastly, I just want to say that one is more about what women like in the bedroom, all that good stuff, what you can do. The sexual aspect is uncut, it's raw, it's explicit, right? And then the other is more about diving into my personal life, what I have going on for myself, and really just knowing the real Bossana, but like on a private, more intimate level, because I don't share this stuff out there, like not on my Snapchat, not on my Instagram. You will only see it on Patreon. So again, the links are down below. Don't forget to check it out, and don't forget not to miss out. Okay, so back to what I was saying when it comes down to women chasing these men also, they don't feel bad for women, right? So women are emotional by nature. Many of y'all probably know this by now. So when they're kind of wanting to get away with their behavior, their mood swings, their roller coaster, their confusion, leading you on, even sometimes things as like monkey branching, feeling like, oh, I'm just gonna be single so I can have options, or your relationship is going good, then she's all of a sudden telling you, well, you know, I think we should take a break, and it's out of nowhere. So when she does this stuff with you, again, she knows she can do it. But the thing is, with these other guys, she can only get whatever he's willing to give, because if he's not about her, and if he's annoyed, or if he says like, you know, most women that I deal with are like this, you're kind of like this, or you know, you're a solid like 6'7", right? All the simps, all the guys that, you know, lust after her, love her, they be telling her she's a solid 9'10". Someone like, you break my scale, right? So if that's gonna be the case, she's expecting this from that guy. But rude awakening. And the thing is, sometimes nice, or not, let me say nice guys, but guys that have like nice tendencies, the problem with that most times is that you're nice to the wrong woman. But you still also have to understand, if you're coming for, or I mean, if you're going to a woman that likes toxicness, is used to chaos, feels like you're boring, doesn't want a passive guy, doesn't want to, sometimes they do like laid back guys, but sometimes you could be very like calm, relaxed, and then she wants to start a fight, she wants to be, you know, wild things happening to her. Let's just put it like that. This is why I have Patreon, for the things that she wants you to do, to tear her up, dig her out. Okay, those links are down. Like, it's exclusive and it's explicit, but it's for free. You're missing out if you don't sign up, if you don't become a member, but it's up to you. So now to what I was saying, those guys, they will put her in her place. Let's just put it like that. You can't put her in her place. You're too soft. And I'm sorry to say this to you, because you could be a great guy, but you're not a great guy to her. You're not the all-around guy that she needs. It's not a you problem. It's more so her personal problem, because wherever she's at, her true feelings towards men is a perception of how she feels. Like a man that turns her on, a man that drives her crazy will be like this with her, will be more aggressive, right? Or will, tell her, no, you ain't doing this, or you got to be like this, or go change. What are you wearing? Meanwhile, you're over here like, yeah, you could wear whatever you want. And I'm not saying that you should be telling her what to wear, but this is just a prime example, because it's not like, oh, she's showing all this skin and there's too much and it's provocative. That's not why I'm actually mentioning this point. That could be a reason, but the main reason why I'm mentioning this, because some women want a man to actually lead them. Some women like to be dressed by their man. Some women love when a man's like, oh, you look good in this, or, oh, I bought you this dress, I want you to put it on tonight. And then you're over here like, but if I tell her to put it on tonight, she might be offended. She might think that I'm telling her what to wear. Like, she could think a lot of things, but these are just the examples of what, again, you are trying to avoid, but also, again, this is what she could be feeling about you. And I'm only saying you're trying to avoid it if you're dealing with a woman that chases these types of guys. If she's into these guys, oftentimes she got to heal. She got to go through her own healing. She got to know what's actually good for her. She got to stop going to those guys that dog her out, play her out, all those things. So don't stand around, wait around for her, but just understand, if you're going to be a specific way and not the way of the guys that she chases, you will get played. I'm sorry. Got to be honest and raw. So maybe you just got to cut her off. You got to be done with it. You're not ready for her, but she's really not ready for you. You get me? Okay, I love y'all. Take care of yourselves. Don't forget to check out the links down below, and Happy New Year's, even though we're almost done with January, but Happy New Year's. I hope it's going great for y'all. I love y'all. Take care. Bye. And don't forget the links. See you on Patreon.